when you never go to church and your neighbour's a Muslim. But you see, this thing called poetry came to prominence, to the awareness of you and me, due to books like Job in the Bible. And did you know that even the use of books came about due to Christians smuggling the gospel? It isn't all about fluffy nativity and plays called Godspell. Most of our education came about due to a belief in heaven. And of course our laws and the morality of people like Nye Bevan, who raged against the aristocracy and whose lasting bequest is of course the NHS. Whilst our companies of nurses used biblical fair weights and measures, as our trading bloomed and we started to grow due to people trusting us, what a way to go. And that significant volume of trade created embassies in every land. If you sat back, you could almost think that was planned. And of course there was Wilberforce, whose Christian belief caused a desire for relief from slavery, which he tackled head on ever so bravely. Whilst in the 1950s, the CIA got to play when a professor rebadged the Book of Ecclesiastes and got put up in McCarthyism. Questioning the sedition of his class's decision, you see, the Bible is seditious. If you're seeking to rage against the machine, finding words for tackling injustice, why life is so mean, then the Bible is really quite delicious. But there's more to it, so much more. You see, we all sat here in our actualities, feeling fed up, seeking spirituality, when God has reached out into our realities. Now some of you will say that's bollocks. After all, science has just shown us how things grew. There was a bang and everything flew. But what science cannot parade is how that hydrogen cascade came into being when there was no rule on the shelf. You see, if there's no God, then hydrogen invented itself. And I don't know about you, but if I'm having a jar at the Tier Fund bar, if there was one, I would never have a great conversation with hydrogen. But even if it sounds odd, I have with God. And so if you feel intrigued about God's dangerous book, come have a beer, let's talk, let's take a look. And if you're not certain about the final curtain, then come have a chat, because I can prove I'm certain. But if you still think God can be denied, let's not bother arguing. Let's fight. I'll see you outside. Thank you very much.